Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video, or should I say another live stream. I am back on the charts right like 3 minutes before the New York Open. I hope my audio is a little bit better. So yeah, 3 minutes before the New York Open. I've got a little bit of a trade set up at the moment, so could get into it right now, but I just had a little nap, so I've got a little bit more energy than last night's stream. I realized that was a huge issue because I swear I nearly passed out a couple times during yesterday's stream. Went for about like 2 hours or so. Yeah, just before or just below 2 hours, and I definitely realized my mental performance was just not there. I was getting confused in my words, just words weren't even coming out right. So I thought that I would try and get a little nap, like a 20-minute nap or something beforehand. I did get a little bit of a nap, but not too much. Like, my body really didn't want to go to sleep, I guess, because it knew that it was about to get back up at midnight. So here I am, and feeling a little bit better. I think I should probably put my glasses on, wherever they are. I don't know where my glasses are. Drinking some water, staying hydrated. Pretty much this is what I've seen so far happen. Like, we got the daily open here, and pretty much since then we had a bit of a, I'm not gonna say drawdown. We had some bearish movement to start the day, and then yeah, price pretty much rallied when London came around. London pushed price all the way up, created an intermediate term high. I'll get into that in a sec. And since then, we haven't been able to break through the intermediate term high. We've had this little like retail double bottom pattern broken. Or, it looks like a triple bottom here, which is explains a little bit more why it was broken so nicely. And yeah, so market structure has shifted. We've opened up a fair value gap in a premium market, drawing Fibonacci from just pretty much using the swing, which broke market structure, or it shifted it. So pretty much anywhere above here, the 50%, is where we'll find premium market. I've identified a fair value gap here, and there is also one here. I will draw it in for the sake of the analysis and use it to explain my entry a little bit. So we've got two fair value gaps in a premium market. My bias is short. I am looking to go short, targeting the London session lows. So that's pretty much the breakdown. So let's explain it. Explain it a little bit more. Why did I label this as an intermediate term high? Well, first of all, actually this has no relevance to it being an intermediate term high, but this is also the London high. Now, I went into the larger time frames. I wanted to know why price decided to stop the rally here, and then start a breakdown. Do I reckon it's just a temporary pullback before tracing up? No, I don't think so, and I will explain that in a little bit too. But the reason why it's an intermediate term high is because this fair value gap from back here was rebalanced, and along with that, all these highs, all from it's the past 13 days of price action, all these buy stops, all these people trying to go short have been swept. They've been swept. They've all been taken out. Here being the highest point. So yeah, look at that. All those buy stops swept, taken out, and we've rebalanced that fair value gap that I've shown. Then going into smaller time frames, yeah, this is what's happening. So it was the London high actually, which like I mentioned, broke up above the swing highs, or all those buy stops, which is this solid line, and we rebalanced that fair value gap, which is what created the intermediate term high. So according to ICT's definitions, or the way he teaches it, an intermediate term high is a high with a lower swing high to the left and to the right, or a swing high that rebalances an old fair value gap, and that is exactly what we have here. So according to him, this level should not be broken. The intermediate time high should not be broken, and we got that also here, and you can see it very clearly, even just using the 15-minute time frame. The bodies were never broken from here to here. Bodies were never broken. There's the fair value gap here in the smaller time frames though. And you can see even on the 1 minute time frame, the highest point where the body's closed was never broken. Here and up here. So on the 1 minute time frame, okay, I'll mark this up on a smaller one. So look, there are more fair value gaps, but I'm going to target the ones that are just above buy stops. So honestly, I could use this here. And pay attention to this one. Honestly, like the safest trade would be to go just above the swing highs, but I'm pretty confident using this fair value gap, seeing as it is just like it matches well with these relative equal highs here, but then also this one. So I may actually adjust my risk and take into account this fair value gap. Now that is still a nice trade. A 1-to-6 risk to reward ratio is still a nice trade. It was like 1-to-14, or yeah, it was like 1-to-14 just before, but like I said, I'm not here to try and catch these massive moves. I just want to be consistent with my trades and just catch, I want to be consistent and catch smaller trades rather than try to catch those crazy big return trades and not be as consistent. So far, everything in my trading plan is lining up. It's just that price is flying down at the moment. Just want to pull up a fib here. Why? Because I see these buy stops taken out here, and then short-term low beforehand broken. So this could be a valid setup also. It doesn't have to be using like, wait, let me just zoom out real quick. So I don't think it needs to. So this was a nice trade to take in here, but that's not my time zone. So my time frame is from 9:30. So right prior to 9:30, I want to see what was happening. So from 8:30 opening, price was just consolidating, creating these buy stops here. Buy stops and sell stops. We took out the sell stops, engineering buy stops, which we tagged in, broke market structure. Okay, I think I'm going to change the trade I'm taking based on this, because this actually makes more sense to me right now. So 50% mark, I am actually going to take this trade. We are much closer now, so let's see how this goes. I am going to take into account this fair value gap also, and I'm placing stops above the last swing high. It's now a 2.8 risk to reward trade. I'm happy to take this. I hope this is all live as well. Here's my FTX. So look, stop loss 25.78. I'm trying to sell. My take profit, I'm going for 21.76. Risk 1%, $2. And now we wait. It was a nice catch, to be honest. Like, I don't know, something was telling me, I mean, from the 1 minute, it didn't really balance this fair value gap, but that's okay, because we did get this is like sort of what I'm looking at. If I can draw it on the chart, because you may not know exactly what I'm saying, but here you go. These are buy stops taken out, and then sell stops, if you want me to draw it on. Sell stops. And the only reason why I have this solid white line is because that's representing all the 13 days worth of buy stops taken. So since I've mentioned that, safe to delete. Instantly, chart looks so much nicer. Price is starting to pull up. Here we go. That is not a correct fair value gap because it was not done in the appropriate time frame. Look at this, 1 minute. There actually is no, I mean, if you want to argue that being a fair value gap, I would personally go, I'll draw my fib back on because I need to see where market equilibrium is. So anywhere above here, I wouldn't really consider. This one looks nicer, but then this one's above the buy stops. So I would like to draw this on here. There's also a fair value gap here. Now I want to choose which one I want price to come to. I like this because of the swing high. It's a very small swing high. This one doesn't have it, so I think I'm gonna wait for this one here. What's that? Don't need market equilibrium. I know we're currently in a premium market now for this swing. Oh shit, there we go. Okay, we've just entered the trade. Let's see what happens. That was a quick little spike. That scared me, to be honest. We may be taken out instantly. It doesn't look like we are. I don't know how accurately, like I don't know where price had just entered me. So let's have a look here. So I take profit in the right spot. 2176. 2176. Awesome. Okay, so on FTX here, we can actually see entry and price a little bit better. Just above this candlestick here, there's our entry, stop loss just above this swing high. I'm not going to lie, like how I feel about this is, it is a little bit nervous because of how tight the stop loss is, how quick price rallied up before I sold right into it. And considering that my bias was different literally 10 minutes ago. Oh, not my bias is the same, but the trade idea was slightly different like 10 minutes ago. Let's go into the 1 minute. Look at that wick. No, I can't see where, like, which candle I entered on. But look at that. I mean, I guess you could. Yeah, no, I'm happy with this trade. Now it's just a matter of waiting and seeing where it goes. Like, it is volatile at the moment, so we may just get stopped out in a quick sec, or price may, go our favor. But whatever it does, it's moving quick. So we saw that with this spike here, which pretty much got us into our entry. I like to look at these charts a little bit more. So now we don't need this short-term low. And we don't need this either, since I was just oh, no, I'll keep it on because it sort of shows the setup for the trade. That was close. That was really close. Look at that. We were like, how many pips away from stop loss? Like $3 worth of price. That we just skipped that. Now we're back into profits. Damn, that was real close. Sweet. We've closed under our short entry. Let's see. My next target, or my first target, I guess, would be the first low, or the swing low just here. It's just a matter of watching price move. Look at it. It's so violent right now. Come on, you don't want to go there. So yeah, my first target being this swing low here. Put a magnet tool on. It's my first target. I'll probably make this a different color. It's a bit thicker. A brighter green. Sweet. Okay, so this first target here, I may consider taking something off the plate at that point. But then again, look, my targets are down there. We are still moving around pretty close to our entry, so it is still in a risky, I wouldn't say a risky spot, but it's still, yeah, I don't know. Just waiting for price to move. Still hasn't really moved yet after our entry, but should be okay. If we do move to this line, and we break the previous swing low, then, let me see. So the swing lows here, that would be 1 to 2.7 risk to reward. Awesome. Oh, I completely didn't even realize that taking this trade with this kind of stop loss is a 1 to 7.5 risk to reward. Look, tonight I did want to use the 2% risk, but that was only for the original trade setup because I was very confident in that. But seeing as price has reacted a little bit differently, I am going to just use my standard 1% risk. Now, the reason why I was willing to risk that 2% is because I said I was very confident in it. It sort of ticked all the boxes. It made a lot of sense, especially using this intermediate term high and understanding that it was seeing that it was not broken, then having these lows, I just felt like a really good trade. So yeah, sweet. Damn, look at that gap. Look at that gap. I'm just gonna see. So my friend is live control back. Okay, no worries at all. Yeah, I definitely feel so much better after having a little nap before. I'm going to do this every time I stream. So it's going to be interesting. It is kind of a weird situation because I'm awake through the day doing things, and then around bedtime I'm going to try and go to sleep, but then I'm going to wake up at 12, stream, and then go back to sleep. But then it's do I need a full 8 hours then if I get a nap before? Probably. But yeah, I'm not really too sure how I should be going about this or how much sleep is needed at that point. If I am getting a good sleep beforehand, say I get I sleep from 10 to 11:30, but then I don't think I need that much sleep. Probably a 20-minute to half an hour nap is enough. So that's what I'm gonna try and stick with and see how it goes. But tonight I did feels a bit different. I definitely feel more alert. But then with that being said, it only is 15 minutes into the stream. Yesterday I was on for 2 hours or so. So I got my notes here as well. It's just everything I've already described. I can see price was probably in 1% profit, and now we've making a small rally, but still within. Okay, never mind. Still within. We're still in profit. So I'm trying to say. So it's just weird looking at it like this the whole time. Not really too used to doing this, but I guess it's nice. I like watching price, to be honest. It's really nice to see the way it flows. You get to understand it a little bit better. Things make a little bit more sense, especially when you draw the annotations on. But look, I really don't like to have too many annotations. I'm pretty sure at any given time, my trade setup, which is just this, it is just 3 lines. Usually I have just a daily open, and then I have London high, London low, fair value gap, and that's it. But in this case, it's a different situation. Usually I trade off price breaking through a London high or a London low. I look for a London high or London low sweep. In this situation, we're trading within a range of the London session, and within that range I have red price action, and this is what I found an intermediate term high which balanced the previous fair value gap. It being an intermediate term high means that price shouldn't really break above. We've had 2 attempts which were unsuccessful. Within those 2 attempts, we formed like a double bottom or triple bottom pattern, which was like inevitably broken to the downside. Consolidation. Price had swept consolidation not once but twice, and yeah, that's where we are at the moment. So you could argue this is an intermediate term high since this fair value gap was rebalanced, but yeah, I'm not too sure because it's just a 1 minute time frame, I guess. So I guess it still applies, but we'll see. Let me just label this an intermediate term high, and I mean, if it is, then it is. If it's not, then did something wrong. But from my understanding, if an intermediate term high is broken, then more than likely we're going to see some sort of market structure shift, which tells me price may come up to this fair value gap if that is the case, just above these swing highs before making our way back down. I mean, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but price does seem a little bit weak. Okay, I just waited a second to see if price was just going to rally right through as I said that. But yeah, price does look a little bit weak, given that we have shifted market structure here, and we have not been able to successfully close above this order block. Even now, we have not closed above it. We have just, you know, we've tested it. See if we end up, if we do, but okay, strong rally. Still nerve-wracking, to be honest, a little bit, just because I'm not used to having a stop loss so tight. But look, this is trading with my plan, so I'm just gonna trust it. We did already come extremely close to losing the trade, but then again, I have risked 1% as opposed to my like initial idea of that 2% trade, so that's totally okay. And if I do get stopped out, then I'm going to give the trade one more chance with this fair value gap. And if I lose that, then that's the end of the stream and I'm going to bed. But if that's not the case and we do melt to the downside, well, for now I just want to see this swing low be stopped out or taken out. Then yeah, then we'll continue the night, see where price goes, see what happens. We do have a 7% risk, a 7% potential trade here, and I do feel good about it. So let's have a look. We're still in the red, slight drawdown on the 1 minute time frame here. I'm gonna shift over into the 3 minutes, see what that looks like. Price does look weak. I'm not gonna lie, price does look weak. The only thing I am concerned about is that this dig at these buy stops is not actually deep enough to sort of do anything. Like maybe this buy stops a little bit up here, like people may not have placed it directly there, but look, I guess we'll see what happens. We did have another dig which came slightly above, so that is something. But what I don't want to see is price pulling up to this fair value gap here. What does that look like on the 1 minute? Should my stop loss have been, no, because I was only considering this one here. Okay, no, this is still valid. Everything is good. But yeah, as I was saying, if this swing high did not grab enough of the buy stops, yeah, there you go. Then we're gonna have another dig before taking us out. That's exactly what happened. So I'm just gonna log this trade now. That was clearly not intermediate term high. We pushed into this fair value gap. Now this may have been the one to trade off of, because if these weren't taken out and this one didn't taken out, then most likely it was that one. That's what's on my head right now, so we're gonna have to act quick on this. I'm just gonna quickly screenshot this, put it into my testing sheet. Let's remove these. I'm just gonna draw out this fair value gap here. This is still an entry we can take. stops. That's the only thing I've got to figure out. Just here above the last swing high. We'll take that 23.5. $26.31. Okay, sweet. 26.3. Okay, sweet. I think I'm about to take this trade here. How's that looking? %1 on the line. And we'll take it. Sweet. We got a nice entry there. Sure, at 25.88. So our entry was 5.88. There we go. Okay, we're into the second trade here. Let's see what happens. If we stop out here, then I will analyze both trades, see what's going on, and then pretty much go to sleep, wake up, and reanalyze market structure, see what actually happened after the entire day. Because look, what if we get a price swinging up here or something? So just want to see what happens. But these are the two trades that I'm comfortable with taking. Am I about to get stopped out again? Because if it is, that was pretty quick, and that's a disappointing, like a live stream, to be honest. But hey, that's the reality. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Currently, we're up because I started streaming 2 days ago, and since I started streaming, I've won one trade, or like I've had a profitable day. I've had a break-even day, which had no trades, which is yesterday. Currently, we're at a 1% loss, and I'm just gonna log these trades in now. Unfortunately, I didn't get the before shot, but this trade, I do. That was another really close dig on my stop loss. This one was even tighter. What's the high of this candle? It's like 2. Wait, what is it? 628. Yeah, it's like 3 pips away again. So super tight stop again. I mean, like super close. Like dig at our stop loss again. Looks like price may be going for another dig. But if this didn't take out these ones, this one didn't, then I'm pretty sure this one here would have taken out the buy stops. But again, what I don't like is it did create these relative equal highs. So at the moment, I am considering moving my stop loss a little bit higher, but it's not something that I've done. So I don't know if I should experiment with that now and take the bigger loss if it does stop me out or not. But no, I'm just gonna stick with it and see what happens. Don't like this gap up. Want to see this gap close and then have this swing low broken. That would make me feel a lot better about this trade. So this one, I want to see that get broken. Yeah, so we did get pretty good like news with Bitcoin, and then I'm pretty sure the US dollar was also pretty weak. So here's the US dollar. Go into 15-minute time frame. This is my explanation. This is the exact same thing, right? So daily open, we got, this is London high, London low, and London low has taken out these lows here. I don't know if there was a fair value gap that was balanced, most likely. Price pulled back up and breaking or shifting market structure, opening up a fair value gap, nice tap. This would have been a really nice, this is a nice trade, not gonna lie, this is a very nice trade. So now we're seeing price tap back into this fair value gap, but at the same time holding above these lows. And I really like this movement because this indicates to me a strong push. This looks like a bear flag, and I don't think retail is going to be right this time. So I think I'm going to fade this bear flag. And if I could trade the dollar index, I personally would take this long here. I personally would take this right here, right now. I like the look of this. See what Bitcoin's doing. It does look much cleaner than Bitcoin, to be honest. I do like this a lot more. But yeah, let's see what's happening here on the 1 minute time frame. So this must have been the fair value gap. I'll just make this a little bit more precise. Tapped into it once. I guess we broke through all this and that. I've had sell stops all sweeped. Fair value gaps rebalanced. Got these swing lows. This swing low taken out. Price is done a rally up. So where is price more than likely to go? Are we taking out these sell stops, or are we coming to rebalance this, or are we coming for all these buy stops? I really want to see these buy stops get taken, but I guess time will tell. That's looking alright. This is looking alright. Price is starting to look weak, but I guess last time I said that price did melt. Getting extremely thirsty, so I might go for a little walk, but I feel like I'm gonna miss quite a lot of this trade if I do, because price do feel like it's about to go nuts. This is working. Yes. Is this even streaming at the moment? Because before, when I make my streams and stuff, the video, we're about to get stopped out again. Yes, okay, so that's the end of that. Copy the link here. That's how that one ended. I guess this gives us something to analyze tomorrow. So oh geez, I forgot I was supposed to make this a bit larger. Okay, so we've got stopped out of 2 trades. We're taking an L tonight, minus 2%. So since we started this live stream, I'm going to call it the live stream series. Ever since we started this BTC New York session trading series thing, we are at a net 0.8% profit over 3 days. So it is what it is. And tomorrow we're going to have something really nice to have a look over. I'm going to be able to go over both losses since this is filmed all live. And yeah, have a little sus afterwards, analyzing the end of the day. So let me make I'll make a little prediction of what I think is going to happen tonight when I go to sleep. I don't expect this intermediate term high to be broken, but here's that fair value gap that got balanced. Do I go in with another 1%? Do I go in with another 1% trade? I'm gonna say no. I'm sticking to my trading plan, but I am going to place a hypothetical short here anyways, which has just been tapped into. And let's see how this plays out. With that being said, if this trade is taken, that would make up for all my losses, plus more. So if I did take this trade, I would be at a 6% profit net if it like gets hit, but we'll see. What time is it now? Roughly 10 o'clock, an hour into the session, and let's see what happens. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna end it here. We're gonna have a lot to talk about when I wake up, because I have a good feeling about this one. I know I said that about the past 3 trades, but look, you know my bias. I did point out each of these trades. I did mention this one, but I did decide to take quick action on the sweep above these recent highs, since I thought that this was like a fake sweep. That was the real one. Stop losses were a bit tight, were sweeped out. Price had come back and actually rebalanced this fair value gap. So I guess this is a nice order block, because it's what broke the swing. It's what broke through sell stops, created the fair value gap as well. So it shifted market structure by breaking through these sell stops, opening up the fair value gap. So that's got me thinking now. This is something I'm going to say on stream. Is it worth considering hunting for the fair value gaps that lay within an order block? Does that make the trade more accurate? Because then that would invalidate the other trades which I was trying to take, which means I wouldn't have taken 2 L's. If I was to trade with this, then this would only be 1 trade for the night, which is currently in profits. But I guess we'll see. I'll make a little note for myself and see how this plays out. Is it worth trading the fair value gap within an order block? Back test. Okay, here's a little note. We're going to end the stream here. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.